Hey there, this is my Flask app. It's written in Python. It's just an online app for the Kamino Season 1 points generation. It's kind of what I am looking like. I wanted to calculate a few things. So to give a little bit of precursor to this, the reason why I'm doing this on video is because, well, the app's only going to survive for 21 days, and then it is no longer relevant, and then there'll be no point in me maintaining it. But I figure it's worth documenting so that way you can see kind of what it's all about. So what Kamino is doing is that they have a Season 1 points system, and so you can see I've got my points here. They are generating. There's my current rank amongst all of those that are getting points, and there's my points per day, which is 35,000, et cetera, et cetera. And basically, we didn't know, first off, what these points were. We were just kind of competing with rank. What do they mean? How do they translate? Well, they eventually gave us the information. And so we head over to Twitter here, and what you can see is they threw in, so they got their coin, so they're going to drop their coin. The total supply is 10 billion. The day one circulating would be 10% of that, so that would bring it down to 1 billion. And the community distribution, so that's what's going to be part of the drop. What those points were relevant to will be 700 million coins. And it's linear based on Kamino points, which means that my rank here, this rank doesn't matter at all, essentially. It's all about how many points do I have in relation to the total points of the entire system. So if this ends up being 1% of the points, I can assume I will earn 1% of that 700 million. The snapshot's going to be March 31st with the token generation event in April. So that's a lot of things to factor. In addition to that, there's a lot of speculation. Well, what's the final price going to be? What can I expect my airdrop to be, et cetera, et cetera? Like, what's the value? All that. Well, there's another market out there. There's the whales market. Now, they are selling the token and the pre-market. So I can go over the points. You can see Kamino here. They're currently selling points at 0.0005 roughly per point. But how many points equals a Kamino, et cetera, et cetera. And so these are a lot of questions that you can figure out, but it would be sure nice to have an app to figure it out for you, which is what I wrote. So here we go. I just threw this together. Again, it is just a Python Flask app. And essentially, I'm saying there are 700 million Kamino airdrops, supply distributed proportionally across all those with Kamino points. So we take the total points, take the total points across all wallets, divide that by your current points, multiply that by 700 million, you get your result. And we'll see that. So I didn't want to do a whole big connect your wallet, et cetera, et cetera. No, just give me your wallet ID. It's safer that way. And you'll see it'll generate pretty quick what it is. There's my wallet. My current Kamino points would be 607,000. So let's go back to here. You can see, yep, 607,000. Perfect. Your current Kamino points per day is roughly 35,414. 35,414. There we go. See? Average of all users. So what I did was I calculated all the points total, and then what are the average of all the people that are gaining points that are at least gaining some points. So all those that are gaining 0 are not part of this average. And that's 18,770, which means if you're gaining above this average, your overall share of Kamino is gaining as well. Right there. So that's basically all I calculated there. So I can see here, you can see I currently have with this 0.0005% of the total amount, but it's still something, right? Now, what I did down here, this is where the real fun math comes in. So first off, this is just a slider that multiplies. So if Kamino is worth this, here's what the market cap would be. Of course, we just times that by 10 billion because that'll be the circulating supply, and then, times that by 1 billion and then 10 billion for the fully diluted value, et cetera, et cetera. It's a slider, so you can see it all kind of change and, all the other values. This here, pre-market average for Kamino, this is the whales.market. So the average bid for Kamino. So this is people who want to sell it this is the people who want to buy it. The average bid that people are saying, I will buy your Kamino, it's not just points. So I need to figure out, well, how many points is a single Kamino worth, and then translate that into it. So there's a bunch of math that's involved with that, but essentially right now it's roughly 175. So about 175 points equals 1 Kamino, which would equal the bid value here of 0.0714 as the general ask price per Kamino currently. or bid price. The ask price is what people are selling it for, is generally about 11.3 cents or so. And then you can mess around with that. So basically that's just it. So I am figuring out, well, what is your projected Kamino? So here we take the snapshot, we calculate all of that. We find out your percentage, which is that, and then we take that percentage, we add that down here. And then projected value. So here, if we just change, if we think Kamino is going to be worth, we'll say that that's 7 cents roughly. Right there, 6.5, you can see, oh, my airdrop will be about 212. But if we think it's going to be around 40 cents or something like that, we can bring that up. With a 400 million market cap, not unheard of, that airdrop's going to be about 1,300. So that's basically the app in and of itself, and lots of people are loving it, and it's getting a ton of traffic. It's super quick, super easy to use. We can check out other wallets and stuff too. This one's not producing any, but we can go through there. We can actually go to Kamino Finance. Let's see what their top wallet is going to make, just as another demonstration right here. So this person here, if I bring that one up, we can see they've currently got $21 million in there, and they're generating points upon points. So let's see what that is. Go here. Let's paste theirs in there and check it. So they're currently holding about 2.6% of the entirety of all the points. Their points per day is 153 million. Holy snickers. That's incredible. And so their projected Kamino is about 18 million, which would give them a projected value here of about $1.3 million. That's just absurd. That's crazy. But yeah, that's my app. That's the Kamino airdrop projector. Thanks for checking it out.